Think about the last time you worked through something hard alone. You went in circles. You kept landing on the same wrong answer. Then you mentioned it to someone, not even for advice. And halfway through explaining it, you figured it out yourself. That wasn't a coincidence. Your brain runs a different operating system when other people are around. And most people have been treating isolation like it's discipline. There's a theory in neuroscience called social baseline theory. Your brain doesn't treat being around other people as a social event. It treats it as the default state. Being alone is the deviation. Your brain is constantly running calculations about energy and threat. When other people are present, those calculations shift. Threat processing quiets. Metabolic load drops. You think more efficiently because your brain was never designed to run the whole thing by itself. Your nervous system doesn't operate independently. It syncs with the people around you. If you're near someone calm, your cortisol drops. Your heart rate slows. Your prefrontal cortex comes back online. James Coan at the University of Virginia put this in a scanner. He showed people threatening images. Then he gave them someone's hand to hold. The threat response dropped significantly, not because the image changed, but because the nervous system borrowed regulation from another person. You calm down faster when you're near someone calm. You think clearer when you're near someone thinking clearly. Your brain is doing this right now, and nobody ever told you. If you've spent long stretches working alone, living alone, or just not connecting with people you actually talk to, your brain noticed. A study from MIT's McGovern Institute found that social isolation activates the same neural pathways as physical hunger. The craving is real, and chronic isolation doesn't just make you feel off. It physically changes grey matter density in areas responsible for self-awareness and decision-making. The longer you go without real connection, the harder it becomes to think about your own thinking clearly. You can't always feel it happening. That's what makes it hard. You probably think your screen time covers some of this. Texting, scrolling, video calls. They don't produce the same neurological effect as physical presence. Your brain needs the full signal, eye contact, body language, the micro adjustments two people make when they're in the same room. A 2018 study from the University of Kansas found it takes 50 hours of in-person time to build the kind of connection that actually moves your nervous system. Not 50 messages, not 50 calls. 50 hours of physically being near someone. Most people haven't done that with anyone in months. Here's what changes when you're physically near someone. Your working memory increases. You catch your own errors more easily. You generate more ideas and drop bad ones faster. Researchers studying paired versus solo problem solving found the gain isn't just additive. Two people don't just have twice the thinking. They change each other's thinking process. The quality changes. Your internal editor wakes up. Your blind spots get smaller. None of this requires the other person to say anything useful. They just have to be there. The first move is the simplest and the hardest. Spend more of your working time near other people. Not talking to them. Near them. A cafe. A shared workspace. A room where someone else is working. Your brain picks up the human signal even when you're not interacting. The regulatory effect starts the moment you're in the room. Most high-output people discovered this by accident. They thought they needed the noise or a change of scenery. They needed the human signal. The second move, have a real conversation before a hard-thinking session. Not a meeting, not a check-in. A real conversation. One where you're actually listening, not waiting to talk. Even 10 minutes. Your prefrontal cortex comes online differently after genuine social contact. The regulation comes from the act of connecting, not from what was said. Prime your brain with human contact before you ask it to do hard things. You've been treating thinking like a solo sport because you were told focus means isolation. Fewer distractions, more output. Your brain doesn't work that way. It runs better with other people present. It regulates better when someone calm is nearby. It catches errors, it misses alone. Social baseline theory describes a hardware requirement. 2 moves. Be near people more often, even when you're not talking. Use real conversation to prime your brain before hard sessions. Peakmind Protocol releases 1 mechanism per week. Subscribe if this changed how you see your own thinking.